Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got some bad news if you're a leaseholder today. And this is a big update on the Leasehold Reform Act that was mentioned in the King's speech in November 2023. Now, this is really important news for so many people, and I want you to help me get the message out on this one. So if you know someone that has a leasehold property that's waited for this, maybe they've watched one of my videos in the past, make sure you share this with them. This is really important that as many people know about this, because when we made the initial content after the King's speech, nearly 400,000 leaseholders watched that content, and since they've just assumed that this was all going to go through. In fact, I did. I have a short lease on a property that I was hoping that would get resolved by this issue, but it's not looking as good as I was expecting, and at least a lot of people, or at least what the government promised. So there's a massive U-turn on this. So before you do, as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel over here and hit the bell notification. And this is more important in this video than ever before. I want you to do one or two or three things. First, smash the like button or tickle the like button. Do something there because that will help get more views and let more people know about this. I really want people to know about this. Then share this with someone. Maybe share it on your Facebook, share it to your WhatsApp with some people that want to do this, and comment below with your thoughts on this. If you're a freeholder, you'll be delighted. If you're a leaseholder, probably not so much. So, over the weekend, it's looking like the Leasehold Reform Act is quietly going to be abolished. We've just had, last week, one of the most watched videos was about the Rentals Reform Act also likely getting abolished as well. And that was all about no-fault evictions and Section 21, and could people have animals in their flats. That has had a bit of a Tory rebellion, and the Leasehold Reform Act is looking unlikely to pass at all now under the Conservatives, that's for sure. So the Leasehold Reform Act was about being able to extend your lease from 90 years to 990 years. It was about abolishing ground rent totally. That was on the cards as well. It was about being able to manage the service charge and all of these sorts of things more effectively. And they were just talking about the leasehold, the way leaseholds are is just really unfair for a lot of people. It was also talking about getting rid of marriage value. And now it looks like it's all gone, totally gone, and unlikely to get even any more hearings, which is not good. Now, why has this happened? Because we want to know what's going on. It seems to be down to pensions. And so big pension funds own these huge blocks of flats, and they own thousands of freehold properties and freeholds on their own. And they estimated that if this was to pass, if the Leasehold Reform Act was to pass, that it would wipe out £40 billion off the pension pot. Now, the government couldn't take that risk. And so I don't think it would have been 40 billion. Of course, they're going to over-egg this and make it seem far worse than it possibly could have been. But the pension companies have been lobbying, and they got in front of the politicians, and they said, if you do this, the value of these pensions is going to drop by 40 billion. And if you're the Tories, you're not going to want that going into an election. And so quietly, this is going to disappear, this act, and you probably won't hear much talk about it. So I did some Google News searches. It was really, really hard to find information on what has happened on this. Not many places are covering this news at the moment. And so I think this is an absolute disaster for leaseholders. And I'm sorry if you've watched the content on this and been hoping that your leasehold would get cheaper to extend. I was too. And this is what happens with government policies. They promise stuff, but normally what happens is you might get a massively watered down version of something. But to totally walk away from this, I think, is appalling. It means that if you've been sitting there waiting to extend your lease, you might want to leave it a month or so just to see what happens. The only lifeline that you've got on this is that Labour have promised to totally abolish leaseholds if they get into power. Now, right now, Labour is massively leading in the polls. So I have a property with a short lease at the moment. I could extend it, but I don't need to. It's got a mortgage for 5 years at the moment. So what I'm probably going to do is just wait and see what happens in the general election. And let's see, do Labour do the same? Do they crumble at the fear of this pension pot disappearing, or do they follow through on what they promised? I can't tell you either way which this is going to go. I'm totally gutted for a lot of people that this is really unfair, because the leasehold system isn't like this in any other country, and it should have passed. Maybe a watered down version would have been better, but something could have passed at least. And the fact that they're probably going to totally rip this up and show nothing on this is really, really gutting, in my opinion. What do you think about Labour, though? Do you think that Labour are going to do the same? I know the comments are likely to be along the lines of, look, all politicians do this, right? They all promise stuff and then take away. What's surprising to me is that the Renters Reform Act and the Leasehold Reform Act have pretty much fallen apart within a week. And also that they've fallen apart so close to the election. You think that they would have just dragged this on a little bit in order of dangling the carrot to give false hope to people and try and get some votes with this. The fact that they're just letting this totally fall apart so close to an election feels like they're kind of waving the white flags and they've given up. Is that what you're feeling as well? Where do you think Labour will go with this, though? So Labour's promise is even more extreme than what the Conservatives have promised in this leasehold reform bill. Do you think that they will actually do anything? Or do you think they're going to get nervous like the Tories have and actually not focus on getting this done? I think Labour's promise was to get rid of leasehold properties at all within a year of taking power. It'd be interesting to see where this ends up. Not good news. So yeah, I'm disappointed to be sharing this news. Even a week ago, it wasn't looking like this. It was looking really fairly positive. The only thing that we were looking at a week ago was maybe marriage value not being as effective or watered down as we'd hoped. This is what we've ended up with. So let me know your thoughts and comments below. Do share this video, guys. I think it's important to share this one particularly. I don't ask that often, but please do share this with people that you know have a leasehold property, because we really need to keep people informed on what is happening. Do like this video. That will get more views on it on YouTube and get more people helped. And do comment below with your thoughts and opinions. It's a bad day in my opinion. And yeah, really disappointed. Anyway, do check out some more content on my channel and let's see what's going on. Maybe go and check out this video right here.